Hello. I'm an attorney. To all you doctors, I come here in peace. I'm not here to make any trouble. I'm here for the Botox. 3 hours of driving in that thunder, hail, rain yesterday. My husband got as far as the foot of the driveway, got out, and he said, "You're on your own." I said, "I have to go on. I need the Botox." All right. It's so nice being here on a rainy, cold, beautiful San Diego Sunday morning, afternoon, all weekend. Thank you for having me. I was asked to have secrets explained to you today on my journey and how I got to be the person I am, how I got to where I am, and I was told to be funny. I told them I'm a divorce attorney. But I also have had the good fortune of being a television legal analyst, and I know that's a riot to many who watch us on television. And it occurred to me that this aspect could be slightly entertaining, so here goes. My journey started in an elevator in Beverly Hills. Back in those days before the iPhone and a lack of privacy, where you were in an elevator saying, "Nobody's around," I sang. I sang the standards, elevator music. And when I sang with gusto. So one day, here I am singing to myself in the elevator of my building, when in walks an old, short, not really well-dressed man singing to himself. Elevator music. And we found ourselves singing together all the way up to the 8th floor, where offices were. This continued for a number of months, to the point where we were now harmonizing. Then one day this man told me who he was, and I almost fell down. You see, he was quite famous. He was very famous in the entertainment business. He was a legend. His name was Lee Salters. And he was a very famous publicist to people like Frank Sinatra, Barbra Streisand, Katharine Hepburn. He was a legend, and I knew who he was, but not so much that I recognized him. Anyway, he had been my singing partner for many months as we rode the elevator every day, and it was this wonderful older man who gave me my first celebrity client, James Brown, the godfather of soul. Lee said, he's got a little problem. Can you handle it for him? I said, sure. He said, it seems the godfather of soul wants his Calypso green Cadillac back. He loaned it to a former employee, and she just won't give it back. And he wants it. Lee said, could you handle this? It's a small matter for you, I know, but can you handle this? I says, can I handle this? Sure. I ran to my office, ran to my desk, and I started researching getting Cadillacs back. And let me tell you, I got that Calypso green Cadillac back for the godfather of soul. And he was happy. And I told him, Godfather, I got it. Where do you want me to deliver it? He said, I don't want it. Miss Oprah? He called me Miss Oprah. Before Oprah Winfrey was called Miss Oprah. And I said, Godfather, I don't understand. You asked me to get the car back. You said, get me my Calypso green Cadillac back. And now that you have it, you tell me you don't want it? He said, give it back to her. I said, what? He said, give it back to her. I said, I don't understand why. And then the godfather of soul, a legend in his own right, gave me the first lesson in dealing with entertainment people. He said, Miss Oprah, I hired you to teach her a lesson because she needs to know that no one takes from the Godfather. The Godfather only gives. For those of you who know me, or those of you who may have seen me over the years on television, you know my journey has included a lot of high-profile legal cases, including but not limited to the Anna Nicole Smith paternity case, when I represented the biological dad securing his parental rights from LA to Florida to the Bahamas. The David Hasselhoff divorce case when I represented his wife Pamela. James Brown, of course, many cases. One that went to a jury trial and we won. It was on a sexual harassment case. And probably I'm most widely known, and proud of this, as the attorney for Michael Jackson's parents, Joe and Catherine, who I adore. During his child molestation trial, when I was on television almost daily defending his rights to a fair trial and not a conviction on television. Over the years, I have come to believe that we learn something from everyone we meet along the way. My father taught me this. He told me, listen to everyone, absorb everything like a sponge, and then squeeze out the excess you don't need. And keep things that you do. And always keep learning. You'll learn from everyone. I'm here to tell you, I have learned from all of my clients, even Pamela Hasselhoff. Particularly, I learned from the godfather, James Brown. Very touching thing. I learned that you can't carry your demons with you because it'll weigh you down and eventually destroy you. James Brown carried his racial scars from a young life of being a poor young black man in the Deep South during the years of racial segregation. He was a legend in the music world, but he was a man who was burdened with the memories of racial discrimination till the very end of his life. He never got over it. It affected him every day. I learned from my time with Michael Jackson's mother, Catherine, that family means everything, and that it is the only thing that has any value to who you are, and that you must fight for your family in good times and in bad. Let's face it, I've learned a lot of other things from my many other clients, both known and unknown. Mostly that we all have the highs and lows in our lives, and that whatever is happening is not forever, but is momentary, and that change is inevitable. That's what I want to tell you today. In the end, our time here is brief, and it must be for a purpose. We have our families, friends, our work. The work is important, but we must always remember who we are, where we come from, and why we're here. My journey so far has brought me full circle at, I think, an early age. I have the success I sought the entire life I've been here, and I've done well, I think, and I'm a pretty happy person. And I'm still me. I'm still that Italian girl from New Jersey with an accent, mostly when I drink or get angry or very tired. I love my vino. I'm still the same girl who tripped coming out of the airplane when I first moved here to LA over 30 years ago, hungry for success and knowledge. I'm the person who fought to get a father his baby in a courtroom, the advocate who fights for a mom and her children against the domestic violence of a spouse and a parent, the person who goes on television and fights the media commentators who try to convict without a jury, the person who gets out of bed every day and says, I'm ready, but first give me my cup of coffee. Please, believe me, and let me tell you this, I'm not finished. I'm not finished with my journey. I have a lot more to do. I'm up for the journey still and always. The road is long, it is winding, there will be many ups and downs, sunny days, windstorms, hail, along the way. Lots of lessons as I travel it, as we all travel it, as we all travel our roads, as we all make our own journeys. Know this, and please remember this. You cannot reach the top of that mountain, and you can't smell the sweetness of that fine, fresh air until you've climbed it. There are times you're going to trip and fall over a few rocks, slip into a crevice, even slide down that mountain, hopefully not too far. But when all is said and done, the goal is to keep climbing so you can know how sweet the smell of that fine air is up there, and it is sweet. I will keep climbing. I want all of you to do it too. So let all of our journeys be fun, exciting, hopefully with more good times, more good memories than bad. And that's my secret, everyone. Just keep climbing that hill, stay invigorated, because as you get to the top, you will, the air gets sweeter. It's the journey, everyone. That's been my secret all along. I like the journey. Always have. Thanks.
Well, thank you, Deborah, for your enlightening remarks. That was wonderful. Please accept this gift from the WDS in appreciation of your time today.
Thank you very much.
And yes, there is a vial of Botox included.